Hey, what's up, Skelemystyk? I am here today in the Ruble Waste of Mirage, partly just because I like the Ruble Waste of Mirage, but also to talk to you about a very, very vital reagent that seems to be just scarce as hen's teeth, and that's Amber. All of us, at one time or another, have wanted to craft the craftable spell cards, Deer Knight, Lore Master, etc. All of those cards, and they take a buttload of Amber to make. To this point, Amber is still not buyable at the auction house. I'm sorry, the auction house. I'm thinking Warcraft. At the bazaar, you can't buy it. The drops are slower than molasses in January, and it just seems like it takes forever to get 12 measly Amber to craft one spell, when you really want to craft several spells more than likely. I am here today to tell you how to get Amber. Fast, fast, fast Amber. To the point where, let me show you what my Amber. Okay, I have 14 right here right now, but I have the capability to make another 11, which means 25 Amber, and I got this in only a half day of farming. That's enough to make 2 spells in only a half a day of a little bit of work and a little bit of roaming around. Now, I'm going to tell you right off the bat, guys, this requires a higher level character. You can't walk around Wizard City picking Amber out the trees. It just doesn't work that way. Okay, so you're going to need to have a higher level character that can access some of the upper level areas. Say Celestia, say Avalon, say here in Mirage. Okay, so you're going to have that. Even if you have only one high level character that can get up here, you can still pass Amber down to your low levels who may be wanting to craft spells for PvP. Okay, that's the biggest use we know of for Amber. People are wanting to make spells like Lore Master for PvP. All well and good. Let me get started with how we get this much Amber. Alright, first things first, we're going to have to pop over to Avalon for the recipe. Not only is the Amber drops important, but the components to make Amber is important as well. Because what I'm going to show you, not only does this area drop Amber, but it drops the things to make Amber as well, and actually a little bit more frequently even than it does Amber. So okay, let's go ahead and get started now and go over and get the recipe where that's at, and then we'll move on. So to get the recipe, we're going to go to Shane McGovern up in Toadstool Village. If you've done the Avalon quest line, then you'll have the portal that will take you from Caliborn right up here to the wild. You'll want to come out of the portal like behind me and go up here into Toadstool Village and talk to Shane McGovern. He is right here. And he sells the recipe to Transmute Amber. Go over here. Transmute Amber. That's what we want. It costs 2,000 gold. And it shows you what it is that you need to transmute an Amber. The Merle's Whisker, the Amber Dust, Sunstone, and the Golden Pearl. Alright, so buy the recipe. All good. And now we will move on to the next area for the next things that we need. To make Amber requires Merle's Whisker, Amber Dust, let me check that, I think it's Sunstone, and Golden Pearls. I believe that's what they all are. Let's see. Transmute Amber. Yes, that's right. Merle's Whisker, Amber Dust, Sunstone, and Golden Pearls. I think I'm going to focus on the Golden Pearls first, and we'll go to that area, and then we'll move on and do each reagent as we have to. Alright, let me pop over to the Golden Pearl area, the main Golden Pearl area, and then we'll talk about what's going on with the individual reagents to get this. Alright, as for the Golden Pearls part of the Amber recipe. Now, most of the time, you should be able to get Golden Pearls in the bazaar. They're not really used for a ton of different things, but every once in a while, the availability of Golden Pearls can be spotty in the bazaar. Let's just call it spotty at best. Maybe there's a push to make certain cards for a tournament coming up or anything like that. It's possible. If you don't find Golden Pearls in the bazaar, a lot of treasure chests will drop in there. There's a lot of different places that will drop them. But we are going to the absolute best place in Wizard101 to get Golden Pearls. This is Storm Riven Hall. Right here on the map. Let's show you the map. Right there. So you've got to come down from the base camp through this big, like, that platform area where the challenges are at, come down through the powerhouse into the ossuary, and arrive at the entrance of Stormriven Hall, right where you see my little glowy green triangle right there. Alright, you're going to go down to Stormriven Hall, and the reason that we're going down here is this place has pearl drops. Pearl drops everywhere. There's pearl drops all over the place on this thing. I think I can go right over here too, a couple of them. Now, if I remember right, actually I think it's about around this side of the wall. Let me take a peek around here. There are about, on this map, let me show you the map really quick. In Stormriven Hall, there are about 5 or 6 different spawning nodes areas. You're going to want to walk around. Okay, there's not one right there. You're going to want to take a walk around, or in this case, a swim around the entire outside of the area to see where the pearls may be. Because in each given realm, I mean, they're going to be in different spawning nodes, of course, so you're not going to see them all in one area per time. Expect to see, I don't know, perhaps 2 or 3 out of the 5 or 6 that are here. And they're going to be the little white pearls on the ground. Let me swim this way. I've got to be able to see one here in a minute, sooner or later. They're usually over here, like behind all these various walls that are up here. Not in plain sight. You actually have to know where they're at or swim around a lot to get them. Okay, there's a shell over here. See, there we go. There's a pearl right there. And they'll look like that on the ground. Be a pearl, and you'll pick up, whenever you pick these up, you'll pick up most of the time a little white pearl, but the rare drop for these is a golden pearl. And there's enough of these spawning nodes in enough of these realms, and this isn't farmed nearly so much as when this reagent was new. You should be able to pick up golden pearls pretty easy. Let's see if we get one. No, I just got a regular old pearl. Okay. But anyhow, the golden pearls will be here, and just come around the outside of all these combat areas. And look, it's been so long since I've been down here that I forget exactly where they're all at. I think there's usually one here. But regardless of that, there'll be pearls here. There's usually chests up here, wooden chests you can open up. And sometimes they'll have a pearl in there as well. Come this way. I think there'll be one over this way somewhere. There's usually one. There's usually one right up there. There's right there. There's one right here. I only got a regular pearl. Right. They're going to make a liar out of me about these golden pearls, watch. But I'm serious. The golden pearls really are here. I think there's something over here behind this wall, but I don't remember for certain. Sometimes there's one in here or a chest or something like that. Right in this area. And then, oh, there's big boy Leviathan. Look at that thing. Woo! All right, anyhow, come around the outside. Anyhow, I didn't pick up any golden pearls in this run, but the point of the thing is that there are golden pearls here, and this is really the actual best field that I know of to find golden pearls at all. Alright, so you'll swim this around a few times and pick up golden pearls as you go, if you can't find it in the bazaar. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and move over to the next area so far as drops goes, and that's going to be Sunstone. So I will see you over there in just a moment. Okay, now the next reagent, Sunstone. As far as Sunstone goes, there are, just like with Golden Pearl, there are a lot of different areas that you can get Sunstone. A lot of bosses drop it. There's a lot of it gets dropped around the Darkmoor area. I mean, not that anybody wants to go and farm Darkmoor all the time, but you can. Sunstone is the rare drop for Sandstone, so especially, yeah, there's a tongue tie for you. Especially in a place like Mirage here. Anytime you see a Sandstone node, pick it up because you're likely to get Sunstone. But for me, and the experience that I've got so far, the most reliable, best place, fastest place to get Sunstone, if you can't find any in the bazaar, and to be honest, Sunstone is more spotty to find in the bazaar than Golden Pearls are. But my most reliable spot for Sunstone is these silver chests up here. I'm in the Chronoverge. I'm up in that big floating monstrosity that's in the middle of the Ruble Wastes. That you see that teleported way down there, that big Stargate looking teleporter down there. That's how you get up here to the Chronoverge. And either on this side of the door or on the other side of the door will be a silver chest. In every single realm, they're in the, sometimes there's 2 of them even. In every single realm you'll find a silver chest. And a lot of times, these silver chests will drop Sunstone. I mean, they drop it frequently enough to make it worth just staying here and farming these silver chests for a little while. You know, taking the game for a minute at a time, playing it, and getting sunstone drops. That's where I've seen the most sunstone in Mirage as far as that goes. That's, again, if you can't find them at the bazaar and you're really, really desperate to get some sunstone really fast, this is what you'll do. All right. You can as well, on occasion, get golden pearls out of these chests too. So it really makes it double up. It really makes it worth it to stop by and check out these silver chests and farm them up to see if you can get some sunstone. All right. Now, moving on. Merle's Whisker and Amber Dust. You can't buy them in the bazaar. You know that by now. You can't seem to find too many of them, just like Amber, very much of anywhere. So we're going to go into the next area, and we're going to put all this together for you to see what I've got going on about getting Amber fast. All right, I will see you at the next zone, and we will cover it then. And here we are in the area, and with the boss that ties all this together and makes it work. I am in, let me go to the map, Istanbul, the very beginning part of Istanbul, in that long green serpentine hallway. And this boss coming up behind me, right there, Cobraxis, who's a storm boss, drops not only Amber, but plenty of Merle's Whisker and Amber Dust. He doesn't drop, I don't think he drops Sunstone, I don't remember seeing any Sunstone, or Golden Pearls, but he drops the three most important components that you can't buy to make Amber and to get Amber. Sometimes he'll not only drop Amber, but he'll drop Amber Dust with it, or he'll drop Amber with a Merle's Whisker. I mean, this guy just wants to give it all up. He's a very, very generous sort. And he is much, much more easily soloable than either the Gladiator or Cronus, who are the other two really good producers for reagents. Okay, you can come in here and do this guy yourself, and he has a couple of cheats. He'll throw weakness on you every few turns, and his pet has some sort of a storm-based damage poison type thing. You know how the deaths have poison? It casts like poison and it doesn't over time, but it's storm damage instead. If you're a storm, go ahead and throw your converts in there. He doesn't have a lot of storm resist, but every little bit you can do helps to help you get rid of him. You can come in here and farm him over and over and over again by yourself if you have to. With a team, it's even faster. I mean, if there's a bunch of you all farming Amber together, that's great. And this will be very fast and easy. And you'll have Amber like I've got here. Let me show you my Amber again. I took the liberty while I was off camera of crafting up all that Amber from the reagents that I had. So let me go and do that. 25 Amber now in half a day's worth of work. Plus I still have plenty of Amber Dust left over. And I've got a few Merle's Whisker, but that was what I was the shortest of. Let me see here. Merle's Whisker. Where's Whisker? There we go. I still have 4 of those. So guys, our problems in farming Amber look like they're finally over. At long last. I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please hit that like button, a good hard smash, and as well subscribe and share. It's going to help me and the channel out a whole lot. Until next time, this is Skelemystyk reminding you that whatever else you do, always love the game. Peace! Hey, what's up, Skelemystyk? I am here today in the Arcanum to bring you another edition of Through the Grapevine, where I talk about news, tips, tricks, and all things wizard. And folks, let me tell you, we have got a lot to talk about today. We just had our KI Live, and they talked about it a little bit.